Moses and his older brother Aaron returned to Egypt to deliver God's message to Pharaoh. But Pharaoh didn't listen and made things worse for the Hebrews, refusing to free them even though God did many miracles through Moses. So God sent one disaster after another on Egypt to force their king to free God's people. There were outbreaks of frogs, flies, blisters, hail, grasshoppers, and 3 days of darkness. Sometimes Pharaoh promised to let the people go, but after the disaster ended, he went back on his word. After the 9th disaster, God told Moses, "I will strike Pharaoh and the Egyptians with a final disaster that will force him to let you out of Egypt." Moses warned Pharaoh. God says, "At midnight I will travel across Egypt, and every firstborn Egyptian male will die, starting with your eldest son to the eldest son of your maid, and even your cattle. However, nothing will touch my people." Pharaoh refused to listen. God told Moses, "Tell every family of Abraham to choose a lamb from their flock. The animals you choose must be male sheep or goats that are a year old. They must not have any flaws. Sacrifice the lamb at sunset. Put some of its blood on the top and sides of your doorways. That night, I will come through and kill every firstborn male of the people and animals, and bring my judgment on all the gods of Egypt." The blood on your doors will be a sign to distinguish you from the Egyptians. And when I see the blood, I will pass over, and my destruction will not touch you as I punish Egypt. Always remember this day and celebrate it in every generation. In the middle of the night, it happened exactly as God said. Every Egyptian's firstborn son died, from the king to the prisoner and even male livestock. That night, there were cries and wailing in every household of Egypt. Immediately, Pharaoh summoned Moses and said, "Take your people and all your belongings and quickly leave Egypt." And that is how God kept his promise to rescue his people out of slavery, so they could freely worship him in the land he promised to Abraham. How did the firstborn sons of God's people remain safe on the night of judgment? God used animal sacrifices to clothe Adam and Eve, substitute for Isaac, and preserve the descendants of Abraham in Egypt. Why do you think blood sacrifice is so important?